This is a weird time. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know when the last time was that I filmed. I do know that I can pretty much guarantee that until this whole lockdown thing is over, I'll be filming every week. Sam, as you mentioned in your last video, everything is moving so fast. And it's crazy how quickly this has sort of rolled into what it is at the moment. It's terrible. It's really terrible. I smile because it's my only way of dealing with it. I laugh at the ridiculousness of it all. And that's just like my coping mechanism. I am very aware that a lot of people are terribly affected by this. And I'm also very aware that I'm in quite a privileged position at the moment. I just don't even know at this point. I think the thing that gets me is I remember I think it was in January even, that this first was brought up. And I remember thinking, oh, that's really terrible, but hopefully we can contain it in China and that'll be it. And it's weird, it's strange, but it'll pass. How wrong I was. It sort of just started getting worse and worse and worse. And every time I was like, oh, it's not gonna come here, it's not gonna affect us. I was being really naive about it all. Anyway, lesson learned. I love the thing you said about putting in the date. So it is currently the 29th of March. And I am also gonna be doing vlogs on my main channel of this whole period with the dates as well, because I am so aware of how quickly everything is happening. They're all a bit backlogged at the moment, so I do have stuff from like 2 weeks ago, but they'll go up eventually. It's really horrible, but one of the nice things about this is that I can finally sort of get better at my YouTubing because this year's been terrible. So Sam, you mentioned that at the moment the US is a bit loose with its rules and everything. And to be honest, that's how I felt about both England and Australia, because obviously my family's in Australia. And until this really strict lockdown like a few days ago, I really felt the UK was being way too relaxed about it all. It was constantly like, no, we'll just try to push it back, and it's not going to affect us now. And everyone, we recommend you stay away from XYZ, but we're not going to put anything in place. And it was like, you can't do that. You're just putting loads of businesses out. My job closed about a week before they formally announced that everything had to close, which is very annoying, but the government does say it's going to be looking after us. We'll see. But this whole just 15 days, just 2 weeks quarantine, first of all, because nothing was in place, it meant you could recommend it, but there are still people, even now, there are still people going out on the streets, and that's just gonna extend this lockdown period. And I don't think it's gonna be 2 weeks, and my mum is incredibly skeptical and thinks it's gonna be till September, but for all we know she could be right, because at this rate we have no idea. And that's the thing that really gets me. There is nothing to base anything on. People are all making jokes about everyone using the word unprecedented, but that's the only word I can find for it, because it really is just so new. Sam, you also mentioned that your grandmother went to the store. My grandmother in Holland is the exact same. She just keeps going out and she's like, no, I'm gonna keep my distance. And I love her very much, and I can completely understand why you would want to. I would want to too. But it's like, no, just be careful, stay home, stay home, stay home. But that's not just to her, that's to everyone, because so many people are going out when they don't need to, and it's like, why? Anyway, aside from all the weird, wacky stuff that's going on, I'm doing fine. Trying to keep myself busy with lots of YouTube stuff, really, more than anything. Taking some online classes as well, which is good. And one final comment, Sam, I forgot that it snows in March in America, even though I was there last year in May and it was snowing. But I know you hate it probably, but I love seeing that. It makes me very happy. Anyway, that's my coronavirus update, and I'll see you next week.